Okay, so adding and subtracting positive integers. Um, this isn't too hard, this topic. Often we'll start in question 3, as you can see, with a negative number, but that's pretty easy to get around. So let's start with a few questions from question 3. And in A it says -1 plus 2. Okay, now it's really important here to remember that the first number of a problem, okay, is what you start with. So that's sort of like your opening balance. So, if you've got a bank account, your opening balance is what you have there at the beginning. So in this case, we have -$1. So we owe the bank $1. Okay? Plus, that means a deposit. If it's a addition sign, it means that we're putting money into our account. If it's a subtraction sign, obviously we're taking money out of our account. So in this case, we've got -$1 in our bank, and we're making a deposit of $2. So we pay back one of those dollars, and then we're left with 1. Okay, so the answer to that is 1, and it's obviously a positive number. Let's have a look at the second question. Here we have a bank balance of -3. Okay, -$3. And we make a deposit of $5. So once we pay back that $3, we still have $2 left over. Okay? In the next question, so our numbers are getting a little bit bigger here. Okay? So we have owing $30, -30. Okay? We make a deposit of $29. So if I owe somebody $30 and I pay them back $29, I still owe them $1. So that is -1. Okay? Really important that you understand that. If I owe someone $30, I pay them back $29, I still owe them $1. Let's have a look at this one. In this scenario, I owe someone $99, okay, and I pay them back $68. Okay, so if I owe someone $99 and I pay them back $68, I end up still owing them $31. Now, if you want to set that out, you could always just set it out like this: 99 take 68. All right, because we're paying back debt. Okay, I owe someone $99, that's my amount of debt, and I'm paying back $68. So the reason why that's not a plus sign is because that figure is going to be taken away from that debt, okay, to give us what we owe in the end. We still owe -$31. Okay. Question 6 is along the same lines, except it just adds in an extra couple of operations. Okay, so in this case, our opening balance is $3. Okay, we take out $4. So if I've got $3 in my pocket and I decide to spend $4, I owe somebody $1. Okay, so that means that we get to -1 here, and then I go to my bank account and I take out $6, which means that I have $5 in my pocket. Okay. In this instance down here, I owe my friend $1, then I go and borrow another $4 from him. Remember, take away means you're subtracting from your bank account again, you're making a withdrawal. So I already owe $1, I take out another $4, that means I owe $5 now. Alright, I'm getting into big debt. So I owe $5, and then I add $6. I make a deposit, which means that once I pay off those $5, I'll have $1 left over. If we have a look at H, I've got -$15. Then I take out another $20, which means I now owe -$35. Okay, I make a deposit of $32. Okay, which means after I deposit that, I still owe -$3. Okay, I still owe $3, and then I take out a further $1, which means that in my bank account at the end of those lists of transactions, I owe $4. Okay, I've got a couple of problem solving questions here. We're going to have a look at 7b. Determine how much debt remains in these financial situations. So in B it says owes $20 and borrows another $35. So in this case, if I owe $20 and then I borrow a further 35, that means that I've got negative 20 and I take away another 35, I'm going to end up owing $55. Okay? So pretty much very similar to what we were doing in question 6 and question 7. Let's have a look at question 10. An ocean sensor is raised and lowered to different depths in the sea. Note that negative 100 metres means 100 metres below sea level. So in question A, if the sensor is initially at negative 100 metres and then raised to negative 41 metres, how far does the sensor rise? Okay, so we're starting at negative 100. The submarine goes up to negative 41. So how far has it travelled? Well, it's travelled, the amount of numbers in between those two, okay, can be worked out like this. 100 take away 41, okay, which obviously gives us 59. So it has travelled 59 metres. Okay. B, if the sensor is initially at negative 37 metres and then lowered to negative 93, how far is the sensor lowered? Alright, so it starts at negative 37 and then it goes down to negative 91. Alright, so if we start at 37, how many numbers are in between 37 and 91? If you're wondering how you can work that out, obviously we could just do a 91 take away 37 to give us that number, which is 54. Okay, so our answer is it has moved 54 metres. Okay.